Yo, what's good, YouTube, man? What's up, everybody? Spotify, Apple Music, Google Podcasts, whatever you're watching this is on, man. Welcome back to not really welcome back, but welcome to the Culture Podcast. I know, man. What original ass podcast name, the Culture Podcast. But today, man, this is episode number 1001 of the Culture Podcast, man. This is a brand new podcast, y'all. So welcome if you guys are listening to this. This is gonna be a new podcast I'm starting up. I'm running this podcast as a solo. This is not my first attempt at a podcast, by the way, either, man. I had a podcast a couple months ago with my homie, but a lot of things were in the way, with COVID, working situation, school, all that stuff. And we basically stopped doing that podcast. But I want to get back into the podcast game. I want to do it a specific way. So we're gonna be starting off solo with this new podcast. The first 10 episodes, man, is gonna be audio only. All right. So don't expect no video until episode 11. I want to make sure that the visuals are gonna be on point, man. So just bear with me, man. But right now, guys, we're just gonna be going over the intro about who I am, and then we're gonna hop into the first episode. All right. So, boom. Who am I, man? So for you guys who do not know me personally, my name is Dejon Finley. Putting my government out there, you feel me? If you a weirdo, do whatever you want to do with that information. But my name is Dejon Finley, y'all. I'm from Los Angeles, California. I want to say like down in the South Bay, so not really like in the South Central area. I know when most people think about LA, they think about either South Central or Hollywood, but I'm down south in the South Bay. So that's where I'm from. So born and raised out here. Spent some time in the IE. If you guys are from California, especially if you're from like the Los Angeles area, you know exactly where the IE is. Spent some time out there, like 3 or 4 years in middle school, freshman year of high school. Played sports my entire life. The tail end of my football career wasn't ideal. You feel me? I feel like with more hard work and with more dedication, who knows where I would have been right now. But everything happens for a reason, man. But what is this podcast going to be about, man? So this podcast is going to be pretty much about everything that I love, man. So sports, I love sports. I'm a huge sports fan, bro. The emotions I get from watching sports is out of this world, man. So we're going to be mainly covering sports. We're going to be covering finance. If you guys are from my main channel, you guys know exactly what finances I'm talking about. Crypto, stock market, options trading mainly. Those are my big ones right there. I'm not, I'm not the top of the top of these type of traders, like the ones that's bringing in millions. But I know what I'm talking about, and I can hold my own. Maybe with more, if I put way more time into it, who knows where I'll be with that as well. But I do, I do it pretty much for hobby. But we do have a lot of success, man. If you guys are new to the channel, go check out my main channel. We cover a lot of different challenges that I do in the stock market, a lot of options, contracts I be getting into. We have fun with that, man. But the stock market, you got to make sure that when you're doing all these finances, like all this different trading stuff, you do it with a goal in mind. You know what I'm saying? Are you trying to make this full time? You're trying to make this part time? You have to have a goal, man. Because if you don't have a goal, you're gonna be over trading or under trading. Me, I want to say I'm a part time trader. So I think the amount of times I trade, I do maybe 3 or 4 plays a week. I think that works perfect for me. Some people they might want to do 10 or 15 different trades a week, or some people might just do day trading. They trading all damn day. You know what I'm saying until the market closes. So definitely go check out that channel. We're gonna be talking about a lot of that stuff on this podcast. Streetwear. If you guys are on my main channel as well, you already know that I'm big into sneaker culture. I'm big into streetwear. So we're gonna be talking about a lot about that. A lot of news, man, especially during the holiday season coming up. We're gonna have a lot of streetwear stuff coming out, different shoes, a lot of different collaborations that's gonna be releasing towards the tail end of 2021. And pretty much everything under the sun, y'all. So anything that's really trending, that's hot right now, we will be going into it. I'm gonna try to shy as far away from politics as possible. But if it's something that really needs to get addressed, we will probably touch up on that. But this podcast, man, is pretty much all about the fun, man. We gonna be having fun. We gonna be chilling over here. Eventually, once we get a bigger studio or a bigger area where we can run this podcast, we definitely will have guests and different people like that, man. Make this more entertaining for you guys. So I'm just trying to make this a really entertaining place where you guys can come, male, female. And like I said, man, the first 10 episodes are gonna be audio. So let's hurry up and get into episode number 1, man. All right, y'all. So let's get straight into this, man. So right now we're gonna start hot, man. We're gonna talk about the NBA preseason. What's been going on? I have not honestly been watching the NBA preseason. I'm not really an NBA preseason fan. NFL preseason, bro, I'm a big fan of that, you know. But NBA preseason, I'm not really a big fan. But I did hear as of October 12th, 2021, Ben Simmons did arrive to the uh 76ers facility and all that, so that I guess he's back. So do whatever you want to do with that information, but this season is gonna be looking good, man. So get into this, man. As a Laker fan, this is what I expect for the Lakers. And for all you guys who are Laker fans, let me know how you guys feel about this as well down below. I think the Lakers will win the NBA championship this year only if Westbrook can shoot at least 40% from the 3-point line. All right. I think we gave away too many assets if he doesn't come here and shoot at least 40% from the field. I mean, from three. All right. He also needs to have his, his traditional, the triple doubles. I'm pretty sure he's gonna come with that type of energy again this year. It's nothing inside of me that thinks he's not gonna at least bring that to the game. But for sure, he needs to come and bring forward at least better shooting percentages than he has in the past couple of years. I feel like that's something that he knows because we gave up a lot of shooters like KCP, Kuzma, if you consider him a shooter. We Caruso, we gave up a lot. We lost Montrezl Harrell. We lost a lot of pieces, man. And for him to just come and not shoot as to not bring what we had from shooting last season to this season, if he doesn't bring that, man, I feel like we're gonna be in big trouble. I think I also about to get into NBA overhype, teams that are underhyped, and teams that are kind of properly based. But that's gonna be coming up next. But I think the Lakers will win the championship if he can at least shoot at least 40% from the field. Me having Westbrook on this team makes me happy to be a Laker fan again. All right, Westbrook brings that dog, bro. He brings that dog. Seeing him, he reminds me so much about Kobe, bro. And me being a OG Laker fan, I'm only 26, but being there for the Kobe times, man, the highs and the lows. Westbrook reminds me a lot about Kobe, man, just because that mentality. He doesn't shake hands with any he's not there to be friends with you, bro. He's gonna be there to get a chip. He's not really there for no funs and games. He's gonna be there just to do what he got to do, and you got to respect that from a player, man. I get that, the NBA players are there to make millions, that everyone is cool with each other because they played basketball growing up with each other and all that, but it's kind of weird when you see that you competing with someone and then, it's kind of, to me, just being an athlete, man, I can't really see myself being that cool with people that I'm competing with all season long. I mean, maybe in the all season, you feel me, when after everything is said and done, but even that, man, I think I just got that from like reading into a lot of Kobe's mindsets. It's just that competitive side of me, bro. Even with football, like when people say, "Oh man, good job, bro, good job when I play," like when they congratulate the opposing team for doing a good play, I'm like, bro, why the hell you congratulating them, bro? Like, come on now, like the fuck, like to me it just bugs me, bro. I don't know if that's just because I'm just over masculine with all that type of stuff, or I don't know, man. Let me know if y'all know exactly what I'm talking about, but Westbrook, man, he's gonna bring a lot to the Lakers, and I think they can win the championship if he can shoot at least 40% from three. Because him and LeBron out there at the same time, it's no doubt that we are not a really good perimeter shooting team. As of, if you're going off of last year, you feel me? The thing about sports, bro, you can't go off of last year because a lot of people be like, "Well, we was good, or we sucked last year, but this year this is gonna happen." I mean, you feel me? Like, or we were good last year. My bad, that was a bad example. But people would be like, "Oh, we were good last year." Well, I mean, like, all right, bro, last year was last year. But LeBron and Westbrook are traditionally known not to be really great perimeter shooters. So I think I don't know if LeBron's gonna be a good shooter this year, but I think for sure we need Westbrook to, because I don't know how they're gonna be running that point guard spot. But if LeBron's the point guard, Westbrook's gonna be playing off ball. If he's off ball, he's gonna have to be able to shoot at least decently, bro. And shooting 30% from the field, I mean from three, that's not gonna cut it in today's league, bro. He needs to shoot at least 40% and at least be a solid person that if you shoot passing to him on the wing, you know that it's a good chance of it going in. Not, oh shit, like what the fuck's about to happen? You know what I mean? Uh, but yeah, man. Let's get into the next one, man. So let's talk about the teams that are overhyped, properly hyped, and teams that are neutral for the NBA season coming up. All right. So let me go ahead and pull this list up. You also be able to see this on your end right now as well, man. But we're gonna be starting from 30. We're gonna be working our way down. All right, working our way up actually. All right. So OKC Thunder. All right. So the OKC Thunder are ranked number 30 on the current power rankings as of now, and I think they're properly ranked. This team is not a team for today. They're gonna be a team for tomorrow. They're not gonna be that good this year, bro. I'm just gonna keep it 100. Shea Gilgeous-Alexander is literally in those beginning Kobe stages. You feel me? I think people know what I'm talking about. I refer a lot of people to Kobe, bro. But like 05, 06 Kobe, when he was putting up hella good numbers, but we wasn't really doing that good in the playoffs, or not even making the playoffs sometimes. I think that's what Shea Gilgeous-Alexander is gonna do, bro. His last name is fucking hard as hell. But I think he's gonna be really great this year. I think he can potentially be putting up all-star numbers. I don't think he's gonna make the all-star because his team's not gonna be that good. But and plus there's a lot of people in the West that will probably take those spots. But he's gonna be putting up great numbers. I just can't see the team around him doing that good as of this year. Give them like another year or two, and then like another all-star, bro. It's crazy. They're gonna be going crazy. 29 Orlando Magic. I think they're probably ranked. I think they're worth being number 29. 28 Houston Rockets. I think they're also probably ranked at 28. Jalen Green is in his bag. I seen him cooking Kuzma, bro. It look kind of crucial out there, man. Kuzma out here getting exposed in a whole different country, bro. I mean, different state. Like this nigga went from LA getting roasted, now he's in Washington getting roasted, man. Like it's looking bad for Kuzma right now. But I got Houston at 28, 27. I got the Cleveland Cavaliers. That's, they is what it is. So 26, we got something that's different, man. So I think the Pistons at 26, I think they're underhyped, bro. I think Cade Cunningham is gonna make them at least, I want to say they're gonna be kind of in that middle spot in the NBA. They're not gonna be a top 15 team, but I can see them between that 16 to 20 ranking when the season's all said and done. So 26, and plus they still got Jeremy Grant. I think the Pistons are really slept on them. I don't think they're gonna do that great, but I don't think they're worth being the damn 5th worst team in the NBA. I think they're gonna improve from last year, like by far. And say what number 25, man. I think the Timberwolves are gonna be better than being the 25th best team in the NBA. I think I can see them. So this one's kind of hard, bro. I can see them pushing above and becoming a top 15 team, but at the same time, man, it's kind of hard, bro. It's kind of hard to like kind of root for them because they have the talent, but it's just so much going on with like the front office and stuff like that. So I don't know if that's gonna affect the actual team that much, but I can really see them being the top 15 team just on paper, bro. Anthony Edwards, D'Lo, and Cat, bro, like they have just those three can make a team a top 15 team, man. So they get their front office stuff situated, the coaching situation situated. 25, I think that's too low for them. All right. So we got Sacramento Kings at 24. I'm sorry, I think they're properly ranked right there. 23, we get the Spurs. So I know the Spurs gave up a lot of pieces this offseason. DeRozan, Patty Mills, they lost a lot of key pieces. But Popovich, bro, he makes a way out of something, man. He makes something out of nothing. People would have thought Ginobili would have been what he was And who knows if he would have been that good if he was in any other different system. I think Pop can make a nobody player into somebody, especially in a system that works. You know what I'm saying? That system they had with the big three down there was crazy. And then when they added Kawhi to the mix, man, it was just even crazier. So I think 23 is too low. I can't give a final ranking on them, but I for sure know they're not going to be the 23rd best team in the NBA. I think they're going to be a little bit higher than this. All right. I don't think they're making the playoffs. Don't get it twisted, bro. I don't think they're making the playoffs, but I don't think they're going to be this low. All right. So 22, man. Let's get into 22. So 22, I got the Pelicans. Pelicans, man, it's gonna be hard, bro, because JJ Redick just retired. So JJ Redick just retired. I don't know who else they have at like for some shooters. I know they got what's that dude that was on the Lakers? I forgot his name. The light skinned dude. Y'all know what I'm talking about, man. I'm gonna pop a picture up of him right now. But they have him. They got Brandon Ingram, so they still got Zion. They got Jonas Valanciunas, you know. So Jonas Valanciunas, it's not really someone I don't even know why I even brought him up. Oh, Josh Hart. That's all I was talking about. Josh Hart. They got Josh Hart. So, they can be decent, bro. But I don't know, man. I think they're probably ranked right here at 22. I don't even know who they coach is. They coach left as after one season. So, yeah. 21, we have the Washington Wizards. I was just roasting Kuzma, bro, but I think the Washington Wizards are gonna be better. Bradley Beal is one of the most faithfulest niggas ever. I swear to God. His girl should know that he's never gonna cheat on her because this nigga's been in an abusive relationship his whole NBA career. It's crazy. This man's been literally used and abused, and he stays 10 toes down. I don't know what's up. I don't know what's up with my guy, but I think they're gonna be better than what they were last year, just because they have so many different pieces now, rather than just having Westbrook. They got a lot of assets out of Westbrook. They got KCP, they got Montrezl Harrell, they got Kyle Kuzma, they got Spencer Dinwiddie, my bad. Aaron Holiday. They got some weapons, man. I don't think they're gonna be the 21st best team. I think they can potentially make an 8th seed or 7th seed. You know, they made the playoffs last year, or they made the playing game. I think was it the playing game or the playoffs? I think it's the playoffs. They made the playoffs last year and they lost, but I think this them having all these assets, I think they can make the playoffs again. Especially in the East, bro. So yeah, and then we got 20, 20 man, 20. We got the Chicago Bulls, bro. So they got the Bulls so dirty, man, because they got so many weapons. It's crazy. I haven't really been watching preseason, but I've just been seeing certain highlights they post on IG. This team is stacked, man. They got a decent coach. They got Billy Donovan as their head coach. They got Zach Levine. They got Nikola Vucevic, Lonzo, Alex Caruso, DeMar DeRozan. They have a squad, bro. They're gonna make the playoffs. They might be like a number 5, or number 6 seed in the fucking in the East for sure. Them being number 20, man. Whoever made this on ESPN needs to get fired, bro. That's just so disrespectful. Lonzo jump shots even silky smooth now. So, um, and having the Bulls at 20 and then Toronto at 19, I think that's so disrespectful, bro. They have a center that can shoot. They got Zach Levine, who's a baller. They got Lonzo, who's a baller. Who's Lonzo? Even if Lonzo doesn't shoot, he has good defense. Caruso has good defense. DeMar DeRozan is a solid player. This team right here is literally a super slept on team on this list. I think this is one of the biggest mess ups on this list so far. And man, it's about to be crazy. They're about to go hard this season. Toronto Raptors, I think they're overhyped. I don't even think they're even gonna be that relevant this year. I don't think no one's gonna be talking about the Toronto Raptors this year. My bad Drake, my bad Six Side, you know. Y'all niggas might be, you know, it's gonna be a cold summer up there, man. The north is gonna be really cold. It's gonna be, you know, winter's coming out there, bro. It's crazy. Y'all ain't doing nothing this year. I'm sorry. 18, we got the Charlotte Hornets. Charlotte Hornets, 18. I don't know, man. My low key might have to go ahead and fill out a bracket just so I can see where all these teams position, because I feel like they're under hyped on this, but at the same time, I feel like I already bumped so many teams in the East up, saying that they're gonna be like 6 to 8 seeds. I gotta look at the West fully just to get a full picture, but I want to say that they're probably ranked. I don't think they're better than the Bulls by far. I don't think they're even close to being better than the Bulls. I don't think they're better than the Wizards. So this one's hard, man. I gotta look. I gotta make a whole bracket and see what's up. But I think they're probably ranked at 18. 17 got the Pacers. I think they're underhyped. For some reason, the Pacers have the quietest seasons, bro. So they have the quietest seasons, and then they end up coming and making the playoffs some way, somehow. So I want to say they're underhyped just because of what they've proven in the past. Plus, they're going to be more healthier than they were last year this season. So 16, we got the Grizzlies. I want to say they're probably ranked. They got Steven Adams, so who knows what that's going to mean. Steven Adams usually does good with aggressive ass point guards. You see him how he was with Westbrook. Steven Adams was looking nice with Westbrook out there because Westbrook attracts so many attentions that it frees up other players. And Steven Adams was one of those players that are freed up, especially when they're driving the lane. Two people collapse on the point guard. The point guard is just out to Steven Adams. Steven Adams goes crazy, dunks it. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see with the Grizzlies, but I think they're probably ranked as of right now. 15 with the Trailblazers. I think they're probably ranked. I have no hope in Portland after last season, bro. I have no hope. Dame needs to get out of there. He's just like Bradley Beal, bro. They in an abusive ass relationship. They getting used and abused, wasting his whole damn time out there off of some loyalty shit. And he acknowledges, bro. He made that post. He posted it. He made a Nipsey quote, basically acknowledging that he's not really being that appreciated out there. I'm pretty sure they appreciate him, but they ain't doing nothing, man. Loyalty, like. At what point is loyalty gonna make, you got to break loyalty to do what's best for you? You know what I mean? So Portland, man, hey, prayers for y'all too, man. It's gonna be a cold north or a cold winter for y'all up north, out there. All right, so 14 got the New York Knicks. I think they're underdogs by far. They got Kemba, cardiac Kemba, man. I think he's is a good ass player, bro. He's gonna be in his hometown. I think he's a great player. I think he's definitely underranked right now as an NBA point guard. I think his time in Boston was bad look on his career, but I think he's gonna bounce back and make the Knicks a better team than they were last year. And that's saying something because last year they made the playoffs. So I can just imagine them this year with either him coming out the bench or D Rose coming out the bench. I'm assuming D Rose is gonna be coming out the bench. So it's gonna be an interesting season, bro. It's gonna be an interesting season. I'm looking forward to see what the Knicks is doing, and that's saying something as a Laker fan. You feel me? I never root for a New York team ever in my life, but I think they're gonna be decent this year. So props to them. I'm gonna be real. 13, we got the Boston Celtics. Oh man, I don't know, man. I think they're underhyped, bro. I don't think they deserve to be 13. I think they can be a top 3 team in the East, bro. And this is me being dead ass because Dennis Schroeder, do I think he's better than Kemba as of the past couple of years? I want to say maybe they're kind of at the same. I want to say they're the same. Dennis Schroeder was literally like a 6-man a couple years ago. So, or a 6-year candidate. He was up there, man, behind CP3 at OKC. So if he can play at that level, maybe the Lakers was just a bad year. But if he plays at that level, at least he'll be a great addition to this Boston squad. So I think they're underrated. 12 Clippers. All right. Excuse me. So a couple years ago, we said I think Clippers were like a top 3 team in NBA. Seeing them at 12 is kind of weird, but 12 I think is probably ranked because of Kawhi's injury. They got a lot of people like additions like Eric Bledsoe, Justice Winslow, a few other pieces to kind of buy them some time, I guess you can say. But I think they'll make some spots up. I think they can be potentially like an 8 seed, or not 8 seed, but 8 on this power ranking by the time Kawhi is all said and done. I think they'll be coasting until he gets there. But yeah, 11, we got the fucking Mavericks. I don't think they worth being number 11. I think they're gonna be doo-doo water this year. They just lost their coach, bro. They lost their coach, Rick Carlisle. Rick Carlisle literally quit on the ass after making the playoffs. Jason Kidd, I don't know, man. Who knows how good Jason Kidd really is as a head coach? So I guess we'll see. but I think they're not gonna be that good this year. Porzingis is always hurt. You know, Siri over in the background talking. Um, but Porzingis is always hurt, bro. So I don't know what to expect from him. He already has some issues saying that he feels like he doesn't get that much attention because of Doncic. Who knows what's gonna happen, man? But I can see if they have a bad first half of the season, I can see them having some trades going on with Porzingis, going somewhere else. So can't really see where they going. They trending on thin water right now, bro. So hey, prayers for y'all down there in the South and Texas, man, in Dallas, because I don't know, man. I think y'all not for sure. Y'all for sure not playoff hopeful. I mean, y'all not championship hopeful. So if y'all have a bad first half of the season, I can see big changes happening down there. Doncic is gonna be, he's staying. So yeah. So number 10, we have the Golden State Warriors. I think they are underhyped. I don't know how last year we were hyped for Clay returning, and they're like a top 5 team projected. Now they got 10 with Clay coming back again. So Clay is hands down still going to be a good shooter. He had an Achilles injury and an ACL injury in the past couple seasons, but the thing about this team is, man, for shooters, bro, you don't need to have a great Achilles to be a good shooter. Yeah, granted, you're gonna have to, get off the screens and run and do a little bit. You gotta be, agile somewhat. But I think he'll be straight, bro. I don't think he's gonna pop another Achilles. I mean, knock on wood. Let's hope not. I think the Golden State Warriors are gonna be decent this year. I think they can be a top 3 team in the West. So we'll just have to see, man. But I think they're definitely not worth just being the 10th seed or 10th ranked team. Number 9, we got the Atlanta Hawks. I think this is probably ranked, especially after the last postseason. If Josh Collins or John Collins, if he balls out again this year, they might have a good year, bro. So we have number 8, 76ers. I think they're overhyped by far. I think this team has so many issues going on. Can't see them at number 8. We ain't gonna spend too much time there. Number 7, the Nuggets. I think they're overhyped. Jamal Murray is gonna be missing out a good chunk of the season, I'm assuming, or at least the first few games or first few weeks of the season. He just had an ACL tear in April, bro. So I can't see him starting the season off. So Michael Porter Jr. just got a big salary extension. I can't talk though. He's got an extension on his contract, so I think he got overpaid on that. If I'm just keeping 100, but I'm not gonna count another man's pockets. But I don't think he's that good to carry the load for Jamal Murray and for this Nuggets team. On top of Nickelodeon, on top of Joker, bro. I can't, bro. This damn Russian names, man. These names are low key like some damn tongue twisters, bro. But I think Joker's gonna be decent this year. I think he can probably have a potential MVP type of year again. But I don't think him and MPJ can carry this team, man. I think they don't need Jamal Murray and they don't need his ass ASAP, like water, bro. Number 6, Miami Heat. I think they're probably ranked right here. They got Kyle Lowry, they got PJ Tucker, they got Markieff Morris. I think they're gonna be all right, bro. I think they're gonna be all right. Number 5, and for number 4, we have the Jazz, and then Phoenix at number 4. I think these teams are perfectly placed, especially after last year, man. We've seen what happened with the Jazz. They lost to the Clippers, and we've seen what happened to the Suns losing in the finals. I think they're going to either have same amount of success or even better. Phoenix got Landry Shamet. They got another shooter, so I think they're hopeful. I think they're championship hopeful this year, for sure. Lakers at number 3, y'all. So Laker fan, the thing about me, man, I'm non-biased. All right, I can be biased as a Laker fan. I can be non-biased. Right now, I'm gonna be non-biased as possible. I don't think Lakers are worth being number 3. I think they're a little bit overhyped. All right, I want to say Phoenix is a better, it's like well-rounded team than the Lakers are. I think we have a lot of vets on this team. I think that's where it's gonna help us out, especially late games. I think that's gonna help us out a lot. But if we go like on the shooting, like we start missing shots and we're not hot in the first 3 quarters, I think that can kill us. If we're not on top of our stuff, we can't make threes. We're getting outshot. Teams shooting way better than us at the 3-point line, especially like in the first couple quarters. I think that can kill us a lot because we are lacking shooting on the perimeter out there. So Lakers, I think they're overhyped. Sorry. Bucks, I think y'all overhyped as well. I don't think the Bucks are the second best team in the East. I know they're the champs, bro, but they barely beat Brooklyn, bro. They barely beat Brooklyn with Harden playing like playoff Harden and Kyrie not being out there. I can't see them, man. I can't see them doing this good this year. KD's coming back from his first season after that injury. He's about to have a full season, in a full year without injury. So I think KD's about to go crazy. But you already know I got them at number one. I got Brooklyn at number one. But I don't think the Bucks are worth number two, y'all. I think if I look at this list, man, I think the Heat are way better than the Bucks. If I'm just keeping 100. But we'll see, man. We'll see how this plays out for the rest of the season. All right, man. So that was the first. That was a long little segment. You feel me? But let's hop into the next couple segments, and then we're gonna wrap this off. Just wrap this up because I don't want this podcast episode to be too long, y'all. But let's talk about NFL, man. So I'm pretty sure by now we all heard about what happened to the Raiders. And that's tough, bro. Raiders fans this year were going crazy. You would have thought they was damn near defending champs or something, man. Like all the fans are talking about that they're gonna win this year. All this other stuff about where they can be this year, that they can probably be a Super Bowl contender. Then their coach gets fired a couple games to the season. So I think their season is literally trending on thin water right now. Thin ice, I don't know the phrase. I forgot the phrase. I think it was trending on thin water, thin ice or some shit. That whole division looking kind of weird, man. So, but I don't know how good they're gonna be. I guess we will see. But something else I want to talk about, man, is someone in that division. It's the Chiefs, bro. So after 5 games, the Chiefs are 2-3, and the Chargers are the number one team in that division. I don't know what's up with the Chiefs. Their defense is literally doo-doo water. It's crazy. And this is a question, man. Is the Chargers the next up team? I know we've seen this coming from like a mile away. We've seen that the Chargers were a really good team. But, like, man, are they really about to be that good this soon? You feel me? I knew, like, or maybe in a few years, they'll probably be that team that could potentially, make the wild card. Be like a second team that make out that division that can into the playoffs as a wild card or something like that. But how they're playing, man, beating the Browns, they beat the Chiefs once. If they beat the Ravens this upcoming week, it's gonna be wraps. We actually about to get into that, man. We're gonna go over this next week's schedule, and we're gonna talk about who's gonna win, who do I think is gonna win, who do I think is gonna lose. All right. But let me know, man. NFL fans, beat all my non-biased NFL fans. Let me say that, because I know a lot of people, man, y'all be hella biased and down there, man. Y'all probably gonna be, oh no, man, the Chargers are ass. They're about to lose every game from this point on. Like, come on, man. Let's be realistic. What do y'all think is gonna happen with that division? Do you think the Chiefs are gonna still fall off from this point, or do you think they're gonna bounce back and that defense is gonna bounce back? Because that defense is playing like trash. So let me know, man. I had a part in this that we are gonna talk about the Colts, man, but we ain't about to talk about that, bro, because we just ain't gonna talk about that, man. It's just crazy, man. We got skits getting made about us. It's crazy. If y'all haven't seen that skit about the Colts by I think his name is Mr. Go 30 or Mr. 30 Go, something like that. I'll definitely play that video right this second. But yeah, man, this man just dogged the whole team, man. I seen his skits, and his skits are funny as hell. But I did not expect him to just go ahead and clown on us like that, man. Like, it's just, man, it's really it sucks to be a Colts fan, man. And I'm curious, man. Is this how it feels to be like a Cowboys fan, bro? Like, is this how it feels to be a Cowboys fan? Like, this feeling sucks, bro. Like, damn. But let's get into this final projection, the final segment of this podcast. Let's talk about this upcoming week 6 schedule, and let's make some predictions, all right? So Thursday, we're going to start off the week with Bucks versus Eagles. I think you're a fool if you think the Eagles are going to win that, especially in primetime TV. I think Bucks win that. Can't give a score. I'm not really good with the score predictions, but I think they win that game comfortably. All right. So then we have the second game. We have Dolphins versus Jags. All right. I think this game has been played in London because it says it's at 6:30 a.m. in the morning. I would not be up watching this game, but I think the Jags get their first win of the season right here. So yeah, I can see the Jags winning their first game here, man. It's crazy that's gonna be in a different country, man. Who knows the last time? Well, no, it was last year. It was last year that they won a game here, but man, they about to get their first win of the season against the Dolphins, I believe. And we don't make it like we don't calculate these records, man. So when I make a prediction on the weeks, I might tally those up after the end of the after all the games are played. We don't see what the record is, man. I'm going for a good record this season for the rest of the season. And I want to see y'all do the same thing, man. You guys are watching this, make a list of the other games coming out, and break it down who you think is gonna win. And I want you to tally up the final record after the week, and then keep doing that week after week. Let's see who has the best record at the end of the season. All right. I think Bucks win, the Jags win. Chiefs versus Washington, I think Chiefs win. Rams versus Giants, I think the Rams win. We play the Texans. I think we win that. I think we win that game. Colts, I think Colts win that game. Bengals versus Lions. Lions are 0-5. Uh, I think Lions win this game, bro. I think Lions get their first win of the season this game. All right. Bears versus Packers. I think Bears win this game. I think they pull up the upset against Aaron Rodgers. Chargers versus Ravens. I think Ravens pull this out. I think Lamar is playing super good right now, bro. I don't think that he's gonna lose this game. Vikings versus Panthers. I think Vikings versus Panthers. I think Vikings win this all. I think they win this one. Cardinals versus Browns. I think this is going to be literally the game of the week. But I think the Cardinals will pull this off. And Raiders versus Broncos. I think the Raiders are going to do so much right now. And the Broncos are not a bad team. So I think the Broncos have more stability, will win this game. Cowboys versus Patriots. So Cowboys they're playing really good right now, man. They're playing really good. I will be a fool to go against Bill Belichick. I think the Cowboys are gonna win though, man. But it's in Foxborough, so I'm gonna say Patriots in that game, bro. I think Patriots can pull that upset. We have Seahawks versus Steelers. This is literally a toss-up game, but I think Russell Wilson is out, so I'm gonna go with the Steelers. And then we have Monday Night Football, Titans versus Bills. Bills are playing hot as hell right now. Pauls, they're playing really good. But I think the Titans will pull this off. All right. So we're gonna tally up these wins at the end of the week and see what the final record's at. But yeah, man, that's the end of this podcast, y'all. Episode 1 is in the books. We're around 33 minutes of the podcast. And it was fun, man. I think this podcast is really fun. I think doing it by myself is something new. But it was a fun experience, man. So let me know how you guys feel about this. This is gonna be on every platform: YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, pretty much anywhere you guys get your podcast. So make sure you guys share this if you guys are really digging with it. Make sure you guys subscribe if you're on YouTube. Just follow if you're on all the other websites. Do all that good stuff, man. We got more. We're trying to make these videos weekly, every Wednesday, y'all. So make sure you guys are here every Wednesday, and let's get it, man. See you guys on the next episode.